Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming out for our 21-day manifestation journey, having adventures with education and chanting of Shreem Brzee. Thank you so much for being here. Today is January 20th, 2022 in North America, and this is our 20th day of the 21-day journey. So it's our next to the last event. Gina Lakshmi will be your host for tomorrow night, the last day of our journey. Tonight, I am your host and also your tech support. I'm Swamini Vali. I am a Pillai Center teacher and also an Astroved astrologer. And I am someone who loves the goddess Lakshmi very, very much. And I have worked with Shreem Brzee for several years and have had some very, very positive experiences and wonderful adventures as a result of working with this mantra. And I am really delighted to see that we have people from so many different countries, continents, states. You know, it's really beautiful to see the variety in our global community. And we have every hope of having this global community of Shreem Brzee participants grow during the upcoming year. So thank you all for being part of this initial seed group gathering for the first 21 days of 2022. You certainly have been inspiring to interact with, and I hope that tonight will be a happy and joyous evening for all of you. So let's go ahead and go on to the next slide here. So if you're brand new, what we've been doing is a 3-week journey, and we're in the 3rd week now, but there are replays for all of the previous sessions that we've had here on the Shreem Brzee channel. So the first week, the focus was on cleaning out karma, clearing out obstacles. We did a lot of work with Dr. Pillai on that particular topic. The second week was about creation, getting in touch with our goals and starting to learn to focus our mind for helping to create these things first in our mind that we're wanting to bring into the world. This week has been about empowerment, about really putting energy in a stronger way behind our manifestations. So we're in week 3 right now. And again, welcome to all of you who have been here for several evenings, and a big shout out to anyone who is brand new. We're very, very happy to welcome you. So the topic of this week has been about empowerment, meaning once you have created something within your mind, you have a very clear picture of it, then we need to pay attention to it. We need to give it energy. We need to nurture it. And so spiritual tools and prayers help significantly in order to empower our goals with Shreem Brzee. So this has been our focus for this week, learning how to nurture those goals and feed them positive energy in different ways. So the topic for tonight is especially about the importance of fire lab or fire ceremonies in the Shreem Brzee practice. This is what Dr. Pillai is going to be introducing us to in the video. I see someone with a question saying, I did not attend days 14, 15, 16. Is there a way to complete the 21 days without any delay in my manifestation? Angelo, you're welcome to go back and watch the replays of day 14, 15, 16. If you want to just skim through them and just listen to the part of the presentation by Dr. Pillai, you can fast forward ahead if you want, and then spend some extra time with doing the chanting and the initiation, etc. portion of it as well. So you're welcome to listen to the replays and allow that to help you to receive greater acceleration with your manifestation. If you want to feel like you've, participated in the complete set, you're welcome to do that. Okay. So we're going to go ahead right now and listen to and watch a short video with Dr. Pillai talking about the Fire Lab technology.
The Rig Veda, which is the earliest written document of human spirituality, is basically a fire technology. Fire defines human life. because human beings are warm-blooded animals. We will die without fire. But that is to understand fire in a very, very limited way. The neurons fire and then you get intelligence. That's also fire. That's electricity. So there is a gross fire with which we have barbecues and cooking and so forth. And then we have neuronal firing, just mentioned. But there is also fire in the planets, and it's another fire, electricity, light and heat. So light and heat also could be understood in a very, very profound, subtle and metaphysical ways, and that is contained in this technology of Homa or fire ritual. I prefer to call the fire ritual, I just started doing it, calling it as a fire lab. It's a laboratory. A fire ritual or Homa is a laboratory. What do you do in the laboratory? That you want to contact fire, the fire god, to come and bless you with health and wealth and ever so many other things that you require for human life. In the Rig Veda, the yogis contacted the fire god through fire ritual by giving food offerings to the various gods. And fire is a messenger who takes all these offerings to various gods. What's the benefit? Once the gods are fed, then they come and give you whatever you want. Agnim mile purohitam yajnasya devam ridvijam hotaram ratnadhatamam. This is how the Rig Veda starts. Hotaram ratnadhatamam. He brings you wealth. He brings you gold. Later on in the Rig Veda itself, where do you get money from? Agninat Raim Asnavat. Agninat Raim Asnavat. Posham Yeva Dividive Yashasham Viravattamam. It is through Agni that you get gold. Gold is the real money, not dollar or pound or rupees. And how does Agni, the god, creates gold? He converts mud or carbon atoms into gold atoms by intense heat. This is science. And who knows the technology? The technology is known to Agni, the god of fire. He can convert carbon atoms into gold, changing the atomic numbers. So this is technology. What happens to the person, the priest, as soon as he begins to chant the hymns, invoking gods and goddesses, what happens to the priest's brain? And also what happens to the brain of the listeners? So we can contrast. You can see how the brain waves change. So what is happening here is that you are elevated through visible changes in the brain. That puts you in a frame of intelligence that enables you to act better and then create more things and be productive. So Homa is not just a religious activity that the Hindus are involved in, but it is a technology, it is a fire technology, that's why I call it fire lab, wherein you can go and work with different forms of energy. You can do fire rituals for different gods and goddesses, for the planets, and whose help you need to say, fix your life, if you want to do remove obstacles which everyone needs to work on, we do a fire ritual or fire lab for Ganesha, because he is the one who is going to come and activate your one economon in the anterior cingulate. He is also the one who is associated with the thalamus, and then he will activate the thalamus. So our fire lab is going to be a lab where both the priests and the clients who sponsor the ritual will both be benefited. And you find this also, this knowledge, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, for instance, talks about the purpose of a homa. When Arjuna asks Krishna, how can I make money very quickly? He says, yes, you can do a fire lab, a homa. Then you will be able to access these divine beings, and these divine beings will come and then bless you with money. This is in the Bhagavad Gita, which is in line with the Rig Veda. It is in the Karma Yoga, chapter 3 of the Bhagavad Gita. Shreem Brzee.
So these are the takeaway points for day 20. Dr. Pillai is explaining to us that the fire ritual is a technology. And the first time I heard him use that word towards a spiritual thing, I was a little thrown by it. But I actually have gotten to really like it, to think of it as a technology. We're living in a technical world in the modern age, and to understand it as a technology, I think, is something that helps our rational brain to understand this ancient, this ancient spiritual science. Gives us kind of a doorway into it for some of us. Dr. Pillai has explained that offerings that are made in the fire during a fire lab or a homa, which is what it's called often in Sanskrit, those offerings are taken to the gods by the fire. The fire is an element that's sort of midway in the elements. Like if you think of, there's earth, there's water, those are very solid. We could see them. Water's more fluid. Fire it's not solid, it's not fixed. You can't really touch it or you'll get burned, and yet you can see it. And then there is an element of air, which we can't really quite see. Maybe we see its effect in the wind. And then there's the element of the akash, or the space element. So fire is midway between those elements. So it's something that opens a doorway between the earth plane and the heavenly dimension, so that our prayers go through the fire to the divine, and the blessings come through the fire onto the earth plane. So Dr. Pillai explains this by saying fire acts as a messenger. So he says, when you feed the gods using a fire ritual, and often in a fire lab or a homa, they're going to put ghee, which is clarified unsalted butter in a melted form, or they might put some rice, or they might put some flowers, or they might have some special herbs that they put in, or some sugar, or some sweets, or some other things, depending on who the archetype is for that fire lab. When we feed the gods, then they feed us back. And the way they feed us back is they're blessing our manifestation to, come into the physical plane much quicker. So the fire lab is a technology that's a fast acting technology. And that's what he's wanting to introduce us to today as a topic, to help accelerate and empower our Shreem Brzee chanting, etc. So again, tonight we'll now have our participation part of the evening where we'll focus on clearing. We'll have an invocation to Brzee and Dr. Pillai's voice. Then we'll be doing a meditation together led by him on Shreem Brzee. And then we'll be chanting along with him with Shreem Brzee. You can chant out loud or you can chant silently. If you want to get up and dance while you're chanting, you're welcome to do that. It's up to you how you want to do this, but it's okay to, to sway, to move if you wish to do that to help bring a little extra energy into your chanting. Today in North America, it's Friday, which is a day ruled by Venus. And Venus, of course, is ruled by Lakshmi. So it's a great time to be together chanting and celebrating Brzee and Shreem Brzee. So we will get started.
Brzee, 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 Brzee. 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 Brzee, come into my life, into my body, into my mind, into my soul, and change me all over. Immediately, at this moment, so that I don't have to wait. Waiting is a waste of time. Breathe, breathe,
Karma is your thought process. And that thought process is responsible for the kind of things you create around you. So if your thought process is just oriented towards scarcity, towards negativity, towards poverty, then that's what you create. We create our own reality. So poverty or prosperity. Now, I'm going to call on Shreem Brzee, the gods of wealth. Shreem Brzee. Chant with me. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Our body is full of golden light. Shreem Brzee. 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 Now, put two beams of light into your two eyes and saturate the eyes, the eyeballs, with the light, golden light. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Let a beam of light push through the mouth. Let the tongue feel the light. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Let the ears receive the light. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Let the light go through the two nostrils and to the lungs. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. The light fills the heart and the rest of the organs within the body. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Let the light fill our entire brain. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Let it fill our third eye, the pineal gland. Shreem Brzee. 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 Just stay in the experience of light. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee. Shreem Brzee.
Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Make a prayer to bless you with abundance. Call on her with your body, mind and soul and heart. Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee, Shreem Brzee. Chant with me. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Now, completely surrender to God. Surrender your limited, constricted, poverty-stricken consciousness, scarcity-stricken consciousness. That's what you surrender. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Chant mentally in your eyes. The ears, the two nostrils, the tongue, the heart, our entire brain. Our third eye, the pineal gland. Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee. Make a heartfelt, sincere prayer for all your needs. No prayer will ever go unrealized if you do it with your heart. Now, pray for whatever you want to manifest. She has come and occupied your body, mind and soul. She will be with you and protect you. When you go to bed, pray to her. When you wake up in the morning, pray to her. Whenever you pray, in the morning, always pray that you should create miracles today. Thank her for this day. Be grateful for her grace.
Shreem Brzee, 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 Shreem Brzee.
So allow yourself to come back gently, gently. I'm going to go ahead and read from a document about Mini Fire Lab. If someone needs to jump off the call and yet still wants the information, you can email me at volley@pillaicenter.com and I will send you a copy of what I'm about to read. So that, because some people were asking about the Mini Fire Lab instructions. So it's Volley, VALLI, at Pillai Center, all one word, PILLAICENTER.com. So I'll email you that if you would like to get it in writing, but I'm going to go ahead and share the words of this for those of you that are still on the call. So just a second while I switch over to that. These are the Mini Fire Lab instructions. How to perform a Mini Fire Lab. This is a Mini Fire Lab version that Dr. Pillai is giving you permission to perform. Dr. Pillai came up with this short yet powerful technique to help us connect with the energy of fire to enhance our mantra practice. This is not a technique you will find elsewhere. It seems simple, and it is empowered by Dr. Pillai, and those who have started using it have reported good experiences. This is done with a candle or a tea light. No offerings other than ghee are put into the candle or the tea light when it is lit. Ghee, again, is the clarified, melted, unsalted butter. Okay, so that's the only offering that you're going to put into the candle or the tea light when it's lit. Dr. Pillai intends for this to be something simple and easy that you can do that will magnify your Shreem Brzee chanting. So this is directions for doing the mini fire lab. Before we continue, here is a word of caution for menstruating women. Women are advised to not perform either the showing of the light, the Arti home ritual, or mini fire lab anytime that they are menstruating. This is not because there is anything wrong or impure about menstruation. Women are more powerful when they are menstruating, and this can attract demonic interference if they engage in these rituals during this time. Dr. Pillai does not want women having to deal with any difficult interferences. Instead, women can use their menstruating time to chant, meditate, and pay attention to their dreams and inner realizations, as their intuition can be heightened during this time. Staying alert and conscious during menstrual time can help a woman have her acceleration on her path to enlightenment. So please observe Dr. Pillai's request to stay safe and refrain from doing anything with the fire rituals during such a time. Materials that are needed for the mini fire lab at home: a flat surface, a candle or a lamp that can hold some ghee, not something that will spill over. This could be a ghee or oil lamp, a tea light candle, or a candle that's perhaps encased in glass. Whatever one you choose, make sure that there is some room to add some ghee. You need a heat-proof or fire-resistant plate or ceramic tile or marble tile to place the lamp or candle, something that's fireproof, that's able to withstand heat and that protects your surface from catching the fire or warping from heat. And you may want to set things up so that they keep your surface clean and protected from any spillovers. You'll need some cow's ghee, which again is the clarified unsalted butter in a melted form. Some stores carry this in a solid form. If the solid form is the only one you can purchase, you may need to heat the clarified butter beforehand so that it melts and is in an oil format. You may need a small spoon or a stick or a dropper. You could use the tail end of an unlit incense stick for putting drops of ghee into a tea light candle. The tail end of an unlit incense stick is just the perfect size for getting some tiny drops to put into a tea light. To do this, just dip the little stick end of the unlit incense into a jar of ghee oil and then drip the tiny drops into the tea light. And then after you're done, you can still burn the incense later. You'll need a lighter or a match. Optional could be an incense stick and an incense holder. This could also be a small bowl with raw rice if you don't have a formal incense holder. Have some container with water or a fire extinguisher nearby for fire safety. A little cloth to mop up any spills. Optional, a small flower to put out the flame at the end. Since purity is important with fire labs, it is suggested that you take a shower before starting, or at least wash your face and hands. If possible, wear clean clothes. So again, place your materials on a clean, flat surface. Make sure you're not doing this directly under a smoke alarm, or disable the smoke alarm just for the duration of your practice. This does not have to be done at your altar. You can do this anywhere. It doesn't matter what direction you're facing. Opening prayer. Recite this part only as prayer. You're not dropping any ghee into your candle or tea light or lamp during this part. Just begin with a prayer for protection. This is always done before lighting your candle or tea light or ghee lamp. Om Drum Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Make a prayer to Dr. Pillai and all the divine beings to protect you during this ceremony. Then do a little prayer to Ganesha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Make a prayer to Ganesha to please remove all obstacles for this mini fire lab ceremony. Now you can light your candle or tea light or ghee lamp with a match or a lighter. It's optional. If you want to put an incense stick, light it and put it in a holder. If you do light the incense stick, you're not using that particular incense stick as your dropper for the ghee. Only an unlit incense stick should be used as a dropper if you're choosing to do that method for placing your drops. So now you're ready to begin the mini fire lab. Chant Om Agnaye Swaha 3 times. Drop 1 small drop of ghee into the candle when saying Swaha. Pray to Agni to bring your prayers to the gods and to allow blessings to come through onto the earth plane. Agni is the archetype of fire. Next, chant Om Gam Ganapataye Swaha 3 or 9 times, and do 1 drop of ghee into your candle when saying Swaha, and pray to Ganesha to remove all obstacles in your path to success. Next, chant Om Shreem Brzee Swaha. Drop 1 drop of ghee into the candle when saying Swaha. So you can do, however many iterations you can do with the little size of tea light or candle that you have. And then pray to Shreem Brzee Lakshmi to bring you inner and outer abundance, and make your own heartfelt prayer to her. Then do a closing prayer. Om, 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. And pray for peace on earth and peace for yourself and the world. And then make a bow of gratitude at the end. So those are directions for doing a very simple mini fire lab. And again, you're welcome to email me to receive the written instructions, because I realize you might not be able to take notes. So you can email me and I'll email it back to you. Okay, so again, my email is vali@pillaicenter.com. Okay, so thank you for letting me read that out loud to you. And I hope that some of you will be inspired to experiment with the mini fire lab and start to use that fire technology to help empower your Shreem Brzee. Okay, so the name of the ghee, somebody wants that spelled out. Ghee is spelled Ghee. Should the tea light be left to turn itself off, or can we reuse it after prayers? You could reuse the tea candle if you want to. I normally will put the fire out. I might use like a little flower to put it out, or a little tweezers to just pinch the flame shut. Dr. Pillai doesn't like for us to leave burning things if we're leaving the house. And of course, if you have small children or pets, you need to be very careful with fire safety. Make sure that you're not leaving anything burning for them to get into, okay? So I hope that answers your questions about that. If you have more questions, you can put them in your email to me. and I'll try to answer them that way. I didn't mean to add too many minutes to our evening together, but I wanted to share that as I thought that might be helpful for some of you. Okay, so tomorrow will be Friday here in North America. It was already Friday for some of the folks on the call tonight, so I was being pulled into their time zone, I think. And Gina Lakshmi will be with you for the closing evening tomorrow. Thank you all to everyone who has been on this 21-day journey with us. For however many days you were able to come, we are so happy to have you. And we hope that you will continue to grow with Shreem Brzee, and you have permission to share all of these videos with friends or family, anyone that you think is appropriate that would be interested in it. And I know that there will be more Shreem Brzee adventures ahead for all of us. So I look forward to seeing you in some of those as well. Namaste. Thank you so much for your participation and your support. And I'll go ahead and let our little video come to its conclusion here.